Hello, I'm Tom Kennedy. I'm based in Acton Round in Shropshire and I make Scagliola. So I'm just going to try and give a very quick demonstration of how I make Scagliola, what it is, what it's for, that kind of thing. So I'll start with the history of it. I've got a little book here all about Scagliola. So you can see here, historically what Scagliola is used for is this kind of thing. So it was invented in the late 16th century and it's a kind of way of imitating your own marble and coming up with fantasy marbles and then building amazing sort of architectural forms out of it. It was also used to create inlay work, so you see the altar front here and here was also made out of Scagliola. Here I've got a couple of things. Here is a pair of inlay tabletops that I've made, and here a very large Scagliola dining table. And these are typically the sort of things that I make. So for the kind of marbly stuff, traditionally you would make something like this, but then you can also take Scagliola in entirely different directions and make sort of strange materials like this that don't exist in nature, or this that looks a bit like lichen on a rock, and I might make a table out of that. Here's a bit of a sample for inlay work, again very traditional sort of work. Okay, so to make Scagliola you need casting plaster. This is a very specific type of casting plaster which sets very slowly. You need animal glue, which is a traditional kind of carpenter's glue. Pigments, like this is called golden ochre. It's a very nice earth pigment. Loads of different colours available. Okay, so there's that'll do for the one colour, and then you need another. I'm just going to use plain colour for this. Often I'm working for interior designers, so there's very specific colours I have to use, and it has to be very repeatable. So I would have to weigh all the pigments and the plaster to get everything accurate. But on this occasion I'm just being very slapdash about the whole thing. Out of two colours I'm going to make more colours. And then normally I'd stack them up like this and then cut them sideways. This pile is mostly light because I've cut through in a wedge shape. This one is mostly dark. I'll have some pieces like that and some very small pieces. Do the same with these. Mix these two together. And I'll make some veining. The veining is the sort of running material. And then I'll add some colour. Some red in this bit here. Yep, okay, like that. I'm going to mix that. Mix that. And then gradually mix in the other material like this. This is actually quite similar to a sort of mix that you see in many country houses, even some not far from here, where you have actual columns that look like marble, but they're not. They're made out of this stuff. So out of this you can then make a kind of structure which you would then decide on your patterns like this, and build up a larger area and cast it into a mould or cast it onto the outside of a column. When it's set hard, which it does over a long period, it sets really, really hard, and then you've got to sand it and polish it and fill all the holes, and it's a very long process, but eventually you end up with something really nice and shiny. So that is my brief demonstration. Thank you.